Manawa mai te mauri nuku, manawa mai te mauri rangi, ko te mauri kai au, he mauri tipua, ka pakaru mai te pō. Tau mai te mauri, haumi e, hui e, tāiki e. Ko tōna matapuna e honu, aina ia ka rere anō. He tai timu, he tai pari, he tai ope, he tai oa, he tai nui. He tai nui, he tai nui. Kia ora koutou, ngai mai haru mai ki te whai realm. Welcome back to Koorero with the whai. Aroha mai, I've been away for so long and I had people messaging me, you know, asking when am I going to do this Koorero again. And my life is very sporadic, so you will receive these when you receive them. I cannot promise when I'm going to put them out because I can't keep that kind of promise. When wairua flows, it flows. And in Naya nei, we are in the whai realm. I roto i te ngahere, ki katikati, deep in these beautiful maunga. Literally when I drive up to this specific ngahere, it's like driving up to the castle. So I always feel very honoured and very privileged to hang out here in Koorero with the whai here. I tēnei rā, I'm going to tune in and see what the whai want to share with us today. The whai patupaiarehe me ngā tūrehu. Today, they are reminding us all that along this haerenga, along this journey, and the whole point of a fairy awakening is just realizing that we are all interconnected. That's like the main entire kaupapa, the main entire theme is just realizing that we are literally all interconnected. As I stand here with my feet on papatuanuku and I feel my feet, I feel them like plugging into her, and I'm like releasing anything that needs to be released, and then in exchange being charged back up again. It's literally shown in science of releasing the ions into papatuanuku, into the earth. It's a giving and receiving always. And when you stand on papatuanuku, you can literally feel that interconnectedness with all things when you really relax. Relax to receive the knowing that's always meant to be. Relax to receive that infinite wisdom, that infinite abundance, that infinite joy, that infinite bliss. Infinite. And the infinite is exactly what the interconnectedness is all about. Is that our connection to te taiao, to the whai patupaiarehe tūrehu, is a knowing that we've all already known. It's just a remembering. And when you're on your haerenga of reconnecting with the whai, some of the symptoms or some of the tohu or the signs that you are connected to the whai realm is feeling that deep loneliness, feeling like you don't know where you belong. You don't know where you belong because you are just so different. When you're growing up, you may have experienced a lot of sadness, like deep sadness, loneliness, just feeling like you don't belong. And that's what really helped me personally when I reconnected with the Fae, is I didn't feel like that anymore, because I could go anywhere and be friends with everybody, like, especially when I'm in Te Taiao, like everyone, I'm talking to everyone, like, and the vibration that emits from being in Te Taiao is unmatched. Like, it's our natural state. It's pure aroha. It's pure, just unconditional love. To the very core and the very essence. And I was talking about this the other day with one of my friends about how some people I know, because of like broken families, broken homes, just all that disconnection that's happened in our world, some people don't even know what whānau feels like. And when I continuously kept coming into the ngahere, like ia rā, ia wā, I remembered what our true galactic, interdimensional, multi-dimensional whānau feels like. It's very peaceful. It's very calm. And the reminder is soaking up that feeling when you are in Te Taiao, and remembering, understanding that literally is your whānau. All the elemental beings, every single one of them, they're our whānau. That's why I call it whānau whai. Whānau patupaiarehe, whānau tūrehu. And the whānau is gigantic. You know how many of us have grown up with, especially if you whakapapa Māori, a lot of us have really big whānau. Like, my great grandmother and my grand koro, they had 12 children. And my nana is the eldest. So the amount of branches that stem off that is large. And it's exactly the same with our whakapapa whai. Like, once you understand that every different section or part of Te Taiao, so you have the ngahere, you have the moana, you have ngā maunga, you have ngā wai, tangaroa, hine moana. Every single section has its own, like, kingdom. It's like going to a different iwi, a different hapu. Like, everyone has their own thing going on. It's the same thing here in Te Taiao. It's exactly the same thing, but we're all whānau. We all are very unique and very different and very special, but we're all whānau. And we work together. To bring that heaven on earth, which is literally right here, right now, and is a frequency. And essentially it's just a thought. Like everything stems from the mind. Everything is mind. Everything is mental. And I know that this current reality that we've been placed in can lure us to get ourselves trapped in these like negative thought patterns and negative cycles mentally. And this is what I love about the Fae so much. I love is every time I come into the ngahere, come into te taiao, even for like half an hour, I can think clearly again. I can think clearly. Like all that mental bullshit, all that mental chatter just disappears, and they always remind me and remind us of our natural state. And you guys will hear me talk about our natural state quite a lot, but it's so true. The essence of the Fae is part of our collective natural state. You know, like every day is a magical day. Every day is a joyful and wonderful and just glorious day. If we believe it to be so. And it is as well. So when we're diving into the different sections of te taiao, knowing that every single elemental being that makes up our natural world has their own tikanga, they have their own way of doing things specifically to the area they belong to. Ki tōku whakaaro is that each atua that we know about, for example, Tangaroa and Hine Moana, from what I've been shown is that they're like the main tipuna, the main atua that oversee their whole domain. And then within that domain, you have all the elemental beings that work together to keep that particular wahi, to keep that kingdom per se flowing. It's to keep the mauri flowing, and that's how I've seen it with the role of ngā atua and patupaiarehe. We are all interconnected and we are all interlinked, but I've been shown that they all each have their own different roles. And that's exactly the same for us who are part Fae, have fairy DNA, we whakapapa Fae. We're exactly the same. So, for example, how I see it is that ngā atua is macro, patupaiarehe is micro. And that's not to say one's more superior than the other, because that's just not how it works. Everyone has mana. Everyone has a wīrua. And we are all equally very, very, very powerful. And we use our powers to keep the mauri of Papatuanuku flowing. That's our whole entire role. That's our whole entire goal, is to keep the mauri flowing. Mauri is life force. It's the force that animates the life, the experience, the aliveness. And that's our whole entire role. collectively. So keep the motive flowing, keep the motive flowing. And once you discover your whakapapa whai, like where you feel most at home, where you feel the most peaceful, where you just feel the most joy, and you just get a big grin on your face, like you can't stop smiling, you're always laughing, you just get really giddy. That's your tūranga waiwai. That's, where you can really grow and amplify your power and continuously come back into your natural state. And then once you do that and you make it such a regular, normal, everyday thing, like it's a non-negotiable, then that's when, you can start dabbling into other wāhi, other kingdoms, other queendoms, and start interlinking our powers, because we are essentially the avatar. The program Avatar the Last Airbender, and Aang is told he's the one to save the world, and what he has to do is he has to master all the 4 elements. And he had teachers come along and help him out, and the teachers always came to him. It's the same thing that we're doing right now, right here. It's the same thing that we are all doing right here and right now on this plane. It's the same exact thing. We are here to master all the elements. We are here to literally be able to command and communicate with all the elements. And that's who the whai, patupaiarehe and tūrehu are. We are elemental beings. So whatever element you're drawn to the most, right here, right now, that's probably your strongest element. And your whole entire goal is to master all the other elements as well. And that's how we continuously are like pulling all of our power together, pulling all of our strengths together to mend the mamai of papa tuanaku, to mend all the hurt, the pain, the grief, the sadness, everything. We're here to mend all that together. And we do it by having a fun time. Just having the time of your life. That's how we mend it. It just is so uplifting. It's so uplifting. It's life-giving. It's just putting on a smile on Papa Tōnaku's face. As she does so much for us. She does so much for us, and for her to have a smile, to feel giddy. It's a fun time, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys are having the most joyful and wonderful and magical day. Let me know in the comments, what was the most joyful part of your day today? I would love to know. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Kia pai tō rā, kia pai tō wā.